All right, my friends, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be remarking upon some comments left on a video that I uploaded about 3 weeks ago. And that would be around the 1st of July 2024. And it concerns my yeared video where I talked about how I had reached my beard goal of growing my beard out for a year and where I might or might not be going with it afterwards, because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to take the beard all the way off or just trim it down or continue to grow it out. And so because I was so unsure about, consequently what I did was I just trimmed my eyebrows. I teased you guys a little bit and then raised the trimmer up to my face and then just took the 6mm guard and went across my eyebrows, and which they did need, but I'm sure it kind of made you guys on edge a little bit because some of you are die-hard long beard fans. And so I had fun with that, and so far I've got 133 comments on this video. So I'm going to read through some of these because when I made another video similar to this, you guys really enjoyed it a lot. I'll put as many of these on the screen as I can. I'm going to butcher some of the YouTube handles because they get a little hard to read sometimes, and so I don't know if I'm going to be saying them right. You can laugh at me if you want to. I'll laugh along with you. But if you don't see your comment up here, it's not because I didn't think it was worthy. It's just that I want to be able to finish this in a reasonable amount of time. It's just impossible to get to everybody. So bear with me, and we can always make more videos. So continue to leave your comments and questions down below, and always check the description. All right, so I'm just going to start at the very top here, work my way down. I'm watching my time. So I'm at a little under 2 minutes right now. We'll see how far we get. So the very first comment here is from Jim Skinner 8243. He says, "Greg, your beard looks great. I'm 70 and I'm growing my beard out, so don't worry about your age. It's just a number. As George Bruno would say, let it grow and let it flow." That's not the first time George Bruno will be mentioned in my comments, and he's very well known for having said that. Let it grow and let it flow, referring to how you should just put the trimmers down, not do anything to it, and just let it go if you want to grow a big beard. But thanks for the compliment, Jim. And the reason he brought up my age is because I had said something about, I don't know if the bigger beard makes me look older or not. So Mark Woodard 659. He says, "My wife gets after me when it's 1.5 inches off the chin. She says it makes me look 10 years older. I took it down to 1/2 inch, and I did notice the lady's giving me some looks. I made sure I told my wife." Yes. And you did well. You did well. Sometimes we need to remind them that we're still a catch, right? I mean, we're not absolutely sure about that. So when a woman gives us a compliment, which women don't dole them out very often, and I totally get why they don't. You just never know what some men are going to do. And a lot of men don't handle compliments well either, but it's nice when we get them. It's really, really nice. And I even referred to how a younger woman the other day had told me that I had a beautiful beard, and it just made my day. So it's great, and we do have to remind our wives sometimes. I think they wouldn't tell us that, though. Just make sure you check to see what she has in her hand before you do that. But I would say the shorter beard does garner me, at least me, more looks. And not that getting looks from women are all important. They're not. I mean, it's nice. It is nice. A shorter beard does help. Having no beard at all probably helps me the most if that's what I'm looking for. But obviously, I'm not. All right, Santa Tom Smith. Santa Tom Smith has a great YouTube channel you need to check out. Make sure you look him up. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description. And he said here, because I was one of those screaming, "No!" But ultimately, you're the one that has to be happy about it. I like the big beard on you, and it inspired me, and I'm sure many more out there. Happy birthday, brother. Well, thank you, Tom, and I thank you for your support immensely. And thank you for the birthday wishes. I had just turned 54. He's talking about screaming no because I told him, I said, I know some of you are not going to be happy about what I'm getting ready to do. But I'm glad that I can inspire you, Tom. And you know, by reading some of these comments, I've realized that in some of my other videos also, guys were telling me, I'm going to grow my beard out with you. Because I made a video sometime, well, about 9 months ago. I said, I'm bringing the big beard back. And that's when a lot of you guys were saying, I'm going to do it with you. So that's kind of nice. And that helped me to stay the course. I didn't want to let anybody down. So then we have David Whittington 9498. He says, love it. Yeah, your eyebrows were definitely getting out of control there. So yeah, they do really easy. My eyebrows grow really fast, and so does my mustache, faster than the rest of my beard. So I have to stay on top of them. I suppose you can hear that. Is that the Amazon plane? Yes, that's the Amazon plane. Okay, so yeah, they get out of control really, really fast, and it's important for me to keep on top of them. And I'll go down to Ward Nichols 7672. He says, I think you should keep growing, Greg. I have a long beard, 10 inches, and I just blend the sideburns, trim the stash, and only take a small amount occasionally from the length to keep it neat. My wife likes the longer beard. Let it grow and let it flow, as he quotes George Bruno. I told you. George Bruno is great. Listen, nobody has a better beard than George Bruno when he has a big beard. He's probably my biggest inspiration for doing this to begin with. And a 10-inch beard, that's bigger than mine. I can tell you that. We're talking about the beard here. Happy birthday, brother. This is from Danny Hartley. Danny Hartley has been a viewer of mine for quite a while. And Danny, I appreciate you, man. He says, happy birthday, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. I am the same way. I had my bigger beard and wanted to go shorter and went against my rule about waiting a few days to see how I feel. I didn't go too short, but I'm like you. As soon as I did it, I wanted my bigger beard back. LOL. So that's what's happening. Yeah, you know, I had mentioned that I had received some sound advice at one time, which was when you think about trimming your beard or cutting down or cutting off or doing whatever you're going to do, wait 2 weeks and then make your decision, because a lot of things can change. A lot of things factor into why we feel the way we do. So it's important to give it a little bit of a chance before you make a move. And then Tampa Bay 07, he says, that's awesome. As today's my year anniversary, 7/1/24, I'm letting it go with no set plan to shave. That's kind of interesting that we had that in common. Same beard gold date. Okay, and so Darth Jimmy 8394 says, best thing about the beard is you can always let it grow again. That is true. I got tired about all the time needing to take care of it, and now I'm keeping a very short length. When I cut it anyway, I'm always shocked. He's saying he went back to a shorter beard. People say long beards are high maintenance. I would say even short beards are maybe more so. If you want a shorter beard to look good, even like a goatee or whatever, you've got to stay on top of that. So I don't find shorter beards any less difficult to take care of, but I know what you mean. There is more involved with the bigger beard as far as products are concerned, as far as styling goes. You do have to, you know, with a shorter beard, you can pretty much just make sure it's trimmed, you know, every week, keep it where it's at, maybe throw some oil in, and maybe some butter depending on where your length is at. But with a bigger beard, you do have to, if you want your beard to look optimal, you do have to use products and style it and stuff like that. So it's a little more involved. So I am backpedaling just a little bit, so forgive me. John Phillips 3526, he says, do what you want with it. I grew a beard in 2023, so cut it in January 4th, about 6 months ago. I was fully ready, especially to trim the stash. It was still scary, but it felt right. Love the way it is now, so no regrets. Wait for it to feel right and some excitement for what you will do. That's the key. That is absolutely the key. It's got to feel right. If you're going to make an emotional decision, make sure that you're feeling good emotionally rather than bad when you cut it. And that's what I said. You know, that's what I said in that video. You don't cut it off when you feel good about things, not when you feel bad. Because there are days when I'm not feeling good for a lot of different reasons. There's maybe a whole myriad of things going on in my head. And it affects the way I even see myself when I look in the mirror and I go, I hate that beard. I can't wait to take it off. But yeah, it's good to set a date like he did. Like a couple of these guys I've already mentioned. Set a date and just go to it. You know, promise yourself you're just going to go to this date. Whether you're trying to grow it out or just promising that you're not going to trim it and touch it up for a while. Because picking up that trimmer too frequently will really mess things up for you. He referred to his mustache. I think he might have been referring to letting his mustache grow really long. I've always wanted to do that so I could do the handlebar thing. I just can't. It's not for me. It's not for me. I don't like it the way it feels. I don't like it getting in my food. They look cool, but they're not for me. All right, so Witch in Oz. I don't know if this is a man or a woman since it says Witch. Witch in Oz says, the long beard looks really great on you. Hope you keep growing it out. Well, thank you. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. Rude Boy Real One says, belated best wishes to you, Greg. Looking forward to whatever your beard journey brings next. Keep it up. Well, thank you very much. Parwinder, I don't know how you say this. Parwinder Dawit 3982 says, the size is great on you and don't change your mind. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the length of my beard right now. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with it next. I think I do sometimes, and then I quickly change my mind. Billy Daniel 3368 says, don't cut it, just nip the ends. Looks awesome. Well, if with a longer beard, when you keep growing, that's the best thing to do, is just trim off like the split ends off the bottom. Don't even touch the sides, which I did do a little bit after that last video, and I somewhat regret that. Yeah, I do somewhat regret that. It's always best to just if you're going to keep growing it longer, just to do the bottom. All right. Then we'll go down to Owen Thomas 3678. I literally am just I'm just picking some of these out at random. He says, keep growing it out, Greg. It looks great. And I find when I cut mine back off, when I cut mine back or off, I regret it, and it takes so long to get it back. My beard is at the 6-month stage, and I am going to keep going. Remember, once it's gone, it's gone. I regretted shaving my beard off. That's why I'm growing it out again. Like you said, weight and time will sort out most problems. I had said that I think, you know, with time, maybe the weight from a longer beard would work out some of the curls and, you know, make the beard appear a little more straighter. And it does. It really does. But, yeah, the beard is gone when it's gone, but it also comes back. It does take a while. But when I cut my beard off or cut it or trim it down, I don't really have any regrets because it's just hair. It comes back anyway. Comes back anyway. Derek Herman 7455 says, definitely think the longer beard looks good on you. However, the shorter beard looks good too, and I don't think I've ever seen you with a clean shaven face. I guess ultimately it's up to you, man. You're just one of those blessed men when it comes to beards, and you can pretty much do anything you can pretty much do anything and make it look good. Well, thanks, Derek. That's one of the reasons you said you've never seen me with a clean shaven face. That's one of the reasons I actually entertained the idea of just completely taking it off. But I think it would be more fun to do that when the beard's really, really big. I mean, even with this size, it'd be kind of cool to do that. But it's really, really tempting to just shave my face off. Shave my face off. Well, that wouldn't be a good look. But it is really tempting to shave the beard completely off from just a really big, full-length, big beard. Because it's just more dramatic, right? And I don't know. I would be a little nervous about it because I haven't seen my face in, I think, 7 or 8 years. So I don't know how much has changed. Probably not a lot. But I kind of miss it. I kind of want to see what it's like again, just to have a clean shaven face. So I think inevitably it's coming. I just don't know when. Could be a while, could be soon. All right. Let's go down to Wheaton's Rule. He says, I'm in the same boat you are. I have a birthday coming up in a few weeks. I'm a little older than you are. A few years ago during the coof, when the barbershops were closed, I had to trim my beard myself. Too much off and Took too much off and regretted it and set a goal to grow it a bit longer by my next birthday. I've been doing that for the last couple of years, reevaluating the goal around my birthday and making some modest gains in length. I made some major progress in adding length over the past year, but started to worry that a longer graying beard was making me look too old. I was convinced it was time for a major trim back, but your videos convinced me to wait for 2 weeks before taking any action. Good for you. In the end, I just couldn't do it because it took too long to get to this point, and if I go back to a shorter beard, the waves and cowlicks that drove me nuts will be back. Well, that's one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why I haven't cut it yet. Because even if I just go just a little bit shorter, my word, the problems you could run into, I know because I've done it plenty of times. Things come back with a vengeance sometimes, and then you end up trimming more to correct those, and then you just mess the whole thing up. So for now, I didn't bring my reading glasses with me. So for now, I'm at least stuck with a long beard, and as long as that's the case, I might as well go a little longer. You were a major inspiration helping me get to this point. It would be a shame if you trim back that magnificent beard. Stay the course. Well, thank you. I would agree. It does take a long time to get to this point, so you figure, what's the point? I got a good drink of water here, guys. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I haven't lopped it off, because I want to be doubly sure. All right. Daniel Galea, 8895. I hope I'm saying that right. I think mine is exactly where your projection is, on my chest. Yeah, I think I did mention that I might want to grow it out to my chest, which would probably be what, Daniel? What do you think? A 2-year beard, probably? I'm guessing that's probably what it would be. I've thought about it. I might do it. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's a very real possibility. I don't know. Some days I feel like it, some days I don't. I think he says, my suggestion is to do a little cleanup and let it grow, see where it takes you. When I was at your spot, I had the same dilemma, but honestly, I don't regret growing it. Yeah, I know. I know. I just don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. Shark X Bait 93 says, when you said 54, I literally shouted, what? Out loud. You could easily pass as early 40s. Wow, you might be my new best friend. Thanks. I'd play with it if I was you. We are talking about beards, correct? I hope so. Tidy it up a bit if you want to keep it long, and if not, trim it down in stages. This took way too long to grow to just chop it off in one session. You can literally try everything you can imagine with it right now. Yeah, there's some ideas brewing. Okay. And JSONP7077 says, it's funny that you did this video because I've literally been struggling with the same problem lately. I've been growing my beard and only really trimming the stash. Sometimes I want to trim it, but I don't know if I should. I know it grows back, so yeah, I know. I feel you, man. Oh, let me see. Okay, here's one I'm glad I haven't overlooked. Solit Nova 212. He says, great video, Greg, and happy birthday to you, brother. My name is Josh. I met you over at Bach Tower Gardens a few weeks ago. I've been working on my ginger beard for 6 months now, and I'm trying to grow for a year currently. It's definitely a challenge. It is, isn't it? There's a lot of reasons why. You wouldn't think so, but there is a lot of reasons why. Anyway, it was great meeting you, and thanks for the awesome content. So Josh, as he mentioned here, met me at Bach Tower Gardens in Lake Wells. I was over there, thought I'd just make a video one morning on a whim. I got up on a Sunday morning and said, I'll just go to Bach Tower, see what I can do. I haven't even uploaded that video yet. I was walking to my car. I walked back out to the parking lot because I forgot something. And a man and woman were walking up the sidewalk, and this man, Josh, here said to me, he goes, is your name Greg Boswell? I said, yeah, it is. And he says, I watch your videos. In fact, I was just watching one before I came here this morning. That is uncanny. That's crazy. Yeah, but anyway, So I got to meet one of my viewers, and that was nice. I really enjoyed that. Josh and his wife are so nice. They're good people. He has a beautiful beard, and I actually talked to them for quite a bit. And I think they live over in Winter Haven. But if you ever see me out in public, which that's only happened like 5 or 6 times, or someone's recognized me from my videos, please stop me and talk to me. And if I act strange, you can laugh at me. I promise. I'll like I said, I'll laugh with you, because what's odd is that I never see that coming. Never see it. I don't expect it. The people that I do know, when they tell me they watch my videos, I'm like, why? Why would you want to watch my videos? You know me. It feels weird. And then I feel odd when somebody actually recognizes me and sees me and approaches me, and I kind of stammer, because all of a sudden I don't know what to say. As outgoing as I am, I kind of wonder if I look like a doofus. All right. So thanks, Josh, for commenting on this. Mike B8283, he's one of my longtime viewers. He says, all beard lengths look great on you, Greg. Well, thanks. Thanks, Mike. It's always good seeing you. Whiskers and Whiskey 4728, another one of my beloved viewers, says, happy birthday, Greg. You've reached your goal with this beard, and you're getting an itchy trigger finger, so to speak. Bring it back down to medium size and reevaluate. I can't see the value in shaving completely and growing it back out. Ultimately, it's up to you, but I'd be surprised if we don't see another within a week with some change. On the other hand, do you really want to upset Santa? He's referring to Santa Tom Smith. Well, no, I don't want to upset him, because I do usually get coal every year. Yeah, you know, this is a man who knows me well. He's obviously watched quite a number of my videos, because I have said things and I turned around like the next week and changed everything. That's how topsy-turvy I am. Yeah. So, and I really did think about just going back to a medium length, like maybe a 1-inch beard. In my mind, I'm thinking if I was going to cut it, if I was going to leave any length at all, I think I'd go to a 22 millimeter, which is a little less than 1 inch. But anyway, that's just where I'm coming from. All right, I'm at 22 minutes so far. I'm going to try not to go over 30. Mr. Sam Jacks, another longtime viewer. He goes, honestly, in my opinion, the best beard size for you is number 8 guard against the grain of the whole beard. Now that's not a number 8 is a 25 millimeter. That's 1 inch. Now, when you go with the grain, to me, that's a really nice length. He's talking about against the grain. I made a video it was about the beard trim that any man can give himself and never mess up on. I can't remember what it's called, but I think that's what he might be referring to. And yeah, I've thought about doing that too. I don't do very many trims where I go against the grain, but I thought about that. Okay. So let's go to Sean Liggins 2236. He says, I say just let it rock, man. It's ironic. The other day I was going to trim my beard to a stubble stash. I asked my wife what she thought, and she said, I like your beard. I slept on it. Glad I didn't. I slept on it. Glad I didn't. I think he's referring glad I didn't trim it. I would have regretted it. Sometimes it's just the mystery of wanting to see your bare face again. Oh, he's not talking about just trimming. He's talking about taking it all the way off. But after a day or so, you say, yeah, okay, I remember my face now. Yeah, that's probably right. Although some years ago, I did grow a big beard and then shaved it completely off. And I think I walked around with that for about a month, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. But you do get at that point where, you know, you're past the new normal. All right. Conger Scott 6064 says, I waited for a month and cut my 2-year beard and went down to a number 6. A number 6, what is that? 22. That would probably be a 19 millimeter beard. After a month, I cut it down to a number 6 goatee. I like it much better than the big beard. I don't like to look the same all the time. Change is good. Man, that is exactly how I feel. Yeah, that's a good length too, by the way. Really good length if you went with the grain. Against the grain, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But I'm addicted to change just like that. And then Tianchi 8453 says, the ladies definitely see your trimmed eyebrows. You taught me that. Yes, they do. You need to keep up on your eyebrows, guys, because they pay attention to details, and if they can see that you are committed to self-care like that, it makes you appear clean and something they're kind of proud of. You know, hear about trophy wives, be a trophy husband. Take good care of your beard and your eyebrows, and get rid of the ear hairs too, while you're at it, and the nose hairs. Got to get rid of the nose hairs. That's probably more important than the eyebrow hair. Okay. RC44E says, happy birthday. Thank you. Your beard suits your height and physical size. Well, I'm about 6 foot, so I don't know. I'm 5'7". Mine is about as long as yours. I feel it makes me look shorter. You know, I have noticed that on shorter men, and I don't know if 5'7" would be considered shorter. I don't recommend big beards for shorter men. It just makes them look like dwarves, you know, like a hobbit maybe. So I advise against it. My dog stepped on a bee. What a great YouTube handle. I would keep growing it and maybe just trim the sides a little and make it a little more straight and barely touch the bottom. Because when it grows out more, that curly side will straighten out. You've gone this far. I am just reading it just like it's read. So if it's stilted, I'm sorry. I'm trying here. Keep growing it. Just do a very minimal trim on the sides and maybe tiny bit on the bottom where the split ends are. Yeah, you're right on, man. Right on. Kev Muhammad 7668, he says, gotta say, Greg, I've had a beard for about 5 years now and always keep it at about 4 or 5 inches long. I'm so OCD. At first I thought it said odd, but it says OCD. And have to have it lined up and neat. Well, I mean, yeah, it looks good. It looks good when you do that way. Can't be dealing with scruffy beards. But to each their own. Keep it the great video. Keep it the great vids, Greg. Yeah, okay. R1200. Let me put it this way. R12004 REWY says, dare to be different personally. I think it's time for a change and reduce the length by at least 2/3. Yeah. I've never grown my beard that long and can't imagine how it must feel. Well, it feels wonderful, to be quite honest with you. unless you don't like the way it looks, but as far as how it feels on your face, yeah, I love it. You can always grow it back out again if you really don't like a shorter length. Well, I have a playlist of beard trim tutorials where it's all different lengths. I go down pretty far, just not all the way off. Okay, let me see. I'm running out of time because I kind of want to stay around the 30-minute mark. Okay. Matthias 3 says, regretted chopping my beard off last year. Had similar issues to the ones you described and went through a lot of different products to try to tame them, but never quite hit the mark I was looking for. Wondering if more beard weight would have worked them out like you said. My 2 cents is keep going and reevaluate every 3 months or so, approximately 1 to 2 inches of new beard growth. Yeah, that would be close to 2 inches in 3 months. That will let us put the Boswell beard weight theory to the test and simultaneously give you more runway for those new beard products. Because I talked about how I wanted to actually kind of start, you know, showcasing some more beard products from different beard companies I haven't been affiliated with before. First time posting here, so just want to say thank you for all the beard and life tips. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. Discovered your content during the pandemic while searching for best methods on how to maintain a professional looking beard while growing it out. Haven't seen every one of your videos, but for the most part, I really enjoy your content. And I've definitely borrowed a lot of your grooming techniques. Keep doing what you're doing. Good stuff. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy them and get a lot out of them. I think my viewers like my videos more than I do, for sure. Okay. There's a lot here. There is a lot here, guys. I just can't get to all of them. So I'm just going to scroll down further. Now here's a viewer of mine that highly entertains me with his comments. Yeah, this might be my last one because I just don't want to make this video too long. But his handle is Acquired Taste. I also know him as the Human Brussels Sprout. Apparently he used to live in, I think it was Winter Haven, which is a city right next to Lakeland here. And so he knows the territory. He knows the geography quite well. So we banter back and forth, and he just highly entertains me. He leaves some long comments, but they are funny. He says, "It's here. It's arrived. The moment I've been dreading for 11 months is finally before me, and there is no escape. It must be faced. It must be confronted. It must be acknowledged." Okay. The dreaded "where do I go from here" video has been deployed and has landed with the impact of an intercontinental ballistic missile equipped with a nuclear warhead. Wow, that is dramatic. My official short response is, "It's your beard. You must do with it whatever you will." My officially long response is, "There are trillions of beard brothers on YouTube, but there are only 3 official beard gods. Number 1, Brzezinski, Greg Brzezinski." Yeah, man, that guy, he's like a freaking model. I think he's also an architect, but he's got a great beard. Number 2, Dan C. Yeah, everybody knows who Dan C is. Number 3, His Royal Holiness Emperor Gregis Boswellium of the Polkium Empire, referring to Polk County, where I live. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit further on the same comment. And he says, "Pleading with you to let the beard keep on growing. Pleading with you to let the beard keep on growing wouldn't be the right thing to do because it is, after all, your beard and your face." And he says I should have background music here. I won't go into all that. He says, "And whatever you choose to do, you're always going to look fabulous." Yeah. Yeah, he says my background music should be The Look from Roxette. I love Roxette. Oh my word. I'm a big Roxette fan. That might make me weird, but I love Roxette. Too bad she's gone. And even if you chop the whole thing off and shave your face so smooth that people would be able to see their reflection in it, you'll still be the man on the beard pedestal. Well, okay. Because as you might say in American parlance, you're all that, bro. Well, I'm really not all that. I can assure you. And the people in my life can assure you I'm not all that. But I love the compliments. I thank you for them. It helps me that there are some delusional people out there in this world that see me better than I see myself. But he says, "I shall be here no matter what, for although a beard is a journey, it's never a single journey. The year journey, or may not, the year journey may or may not be coming to an end, but there are future beard-related shenanigans, life lessons, book reviews, and hat modeling to eagerly look forward to and enjoy. Hail Emperor Gregis, long live the Polkium Empire." So, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hail Emperor Gregis. Wow. Maybe I should be wearing a crown or a one of those crowns made of parsley or whatever. I don't know. All right, man. So I'm going to give you one last one. This is a bonus one, and not really a bonus. It's not like it's a super special comment, but I'm just going to read the very last comment on the thread here from Stephen W8453. He says, trim the beard 4 millimeters up. I don't know if he means just trim the beard up using a 4 millimeter guard, 4 millimeter guard, which is very, very short, by the way. That's extremely short. That's like just basically a little more, maybe a 2-day shave. I mean, I don't know. No, that might be 3 or 4 days. That might be 3 or 4 days without shaving, but that's really, really short. That is a thought. That is a thought. I do believe that the most well-loved beard on men, according to women, is the 10 millimeter beard, which is like a week and a half's worth of growth. But I do have some pictures where I have that kind of a length that you're talking about, and I think, oh, that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It's certainly an option. Everything is on the table. I mean, really, everything is on the table. Well, did my camera just move? Oh no, it's just a reflection in it. Weird. Sorry. I didn't mean to go off on chasing rabbits there. But anyway, so I haven't read every comment. Sorry if I didn't get to yours, but I'm trying to stay mindful of my time and your attention, your ability to sit down and watch this all the way through. I hope you have. You know, let me know. Let me know if you actually made it through this entire video. Tell me. And if you like this longer form content, I'll just do more. This kind of thing would make good live streaming material. But every live stream I see, it just doesn't get a lot of engagement. Maybe I'm out to lunch on that. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and maybe I should do some live streams. All right, what do you think? All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I've got things to do, and I'm sure you do too. All right, so as George Bruno would say, let it grow and let it flow until you just want to chop it all off, I guess. We'll find out what happens. I'm still undecided. Next week, I might just take the whole thing off. I doubt it, but you never know. You just never know. Maybe I'll just make a Batman symbol with this. I've seen that. I've seen that happen. I'm not going to do that. All right, guys, I got to get going. The roofers over here are going to start working, and they're going to interrupt me anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.